Hey everyone, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson and we've got an all-new show for you this week. We're going to take you up to the northeast part of the Lower Peninsula on Black Lake for the sturgeon spearing season that lasts one day every year. I sat in the shack with my fiance Matt this year as he tried for his very first sturgeon on a spear. You won't want to miss that story. And Jimmy and Jordan have some other fun in store for us this week too.
Well, I am looking forward to that Black Lake story, Jenny. That is always a lot of fun up there. After that, our own Jordan Brown is going to take us out and do a little bit of rabbit hunting. Then I'm going to sit down with Greg Abbas from A-Way Outdoors and see what they've been up to these last few years. So lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors.
What a beautiful day in the woods.
Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's a love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Country Smokehouse, a sportsman's destination since 1988, featuring varieties of homemade sausage, jerky, brats, and gourmet entrees. Holiday gift boxes can be assembled in-store or online. Details at countrysmokehouse.com. By Showspan, producing consumer shows including Outdoorama March 1st through the 4th at Novi's Suburban Showplace. The show features tackle, trips, boats, outfitters, wildlife encounters, and of course, Big Buck Night. That's Outdoorama and Novi March 1st through the 4th. By AnglerQuest Pontoons, a mid-Michigan company building boats for fishermen by fishermen. AnglerQuest pontoons are designed for comfort and functionality. On the web at anglerquestpontoons.com.
Soaking in the rich tradition of Michigan hunting for over 30 years, Vanguard is proud to sponsor our friends at Michigan Out of Doors TV.
The first Saturday in February marks opening day of the sturgeon spearing season on Black Lake in the northeast part of the Lower Peninsula between Sheboygan and Onaway. Several years back, the regulations were changed to open the season up to anyone who wants to take part in this unique fishery, which usually lasts only a couple of hours before the quota is met. Registration begins the day before the season at the local DNR office, where the staff was expecting a big turnout this year.
It varies from year to year. Ice conditions are really good this year, a lot of ice, so folks can get out there. It's varied from, a couple of hundred to over 300, so based on what I'm seeing so far, it looks like a good year. All anglers have to come and pre-register for the sturgeon season, so we have an idea how many people are out here. We try to talk to them. If they're new, we try to really one-on-one make sure that they know the rules, where to go after they get a sturgeon. So it's really a tightly monitored fishery. So we want people really to know what's going on so that we can make sure we shut the season down as soon as we can. We'll shut it down at 6 fish. If for instance, only 5 fish are harvested the first day, we'll shut it down. We're not going to open up a second day for only 1 fish.
Hey everybody, here we are out on Black Lake. Chilly, cold Black Lake, but get ready for the season. Sturgeon spearing season tomorrow here. So we're just out here with our friends the Archambos. They let us use one of our shacks this year to come out and try to spear a sturgeon. I've always wanted to do it and got the opportunity to try this year, so we're going to try to take full advantage of it. We're going to get the shack ready today and have it all prepped for our 8 o'clock start tomorrow morning.
Woohoo! All right. So you've never ran a pike spear before, right?
Pike spear, yeah, pike and perch and stuff like that, but never a sturgeon. I've seen a few here and there, and I've said, you know what, I like to try that sometime. So got the opportunity to do it this year, so that's what I want. Don't step on the ice with confidence, don't step on the ice. So we're out here.
While Matt checked out the shack, our host Gil Archambo stopped by to give him a few tips on spearing sturgeon, which can tip the scales upwards of 100 pounds. Gil and his wife Brenda are a huge part of the season here and help run the local Sturgeon for Tomorrow chapter. Has anyone been out here to see sturgeon? Or?
Yeah, over the weekend, last weekend, they were seeing them everywhere out here. And then Monday came and all of this activity, and they just haven't seen anything in the last couple of days. But that's maybe not so, because that's just the people talking now.
Right.
They won't tell you.
Fishermen.
Yeah, just like deer hunters. So they're here. The fish are here. And there's a couple real big ones they're seeing out here. I'm talking they figure in the top 1% of the lake. Over the top of its back. Over its back, like right at its back.
But if he's swimming that way, he's sort of throwing towards the nose of it and over him?
No, I'm talking going across this way.
Oh, okay.
When you throw, and the spear tines are like this over the top, you've got the width of the spear, which is about like so, the width of the fish, which is about like so,
Okay.
and the width of the spear again, before you've actually missed them.
Okay.
Coming like this.
After some coaching and practicing, Saturday morning couldn't get here soon enough. Before dawn, we made our way out onto Black Lake and over to the shack. Feeling good?
Feeling good. Excited. Anxious to get out there. Watch it get light. Hopefully see a nice sturgeon come by.
Our little shanty town was alive with excitement and anticipation this morning as folks prepared for what's typically Michigan's shortest fishing season. Sturgeon spearing season officially begins at 8 a.m. and ends when the 6th fish is on the ice. In years past, the season was over in less than 2 hours. At registration, all anglers are given the DNR Sturgeon hotline number to call for updates on the number of fish harvested.
Thank you for calling the 2018 Black Lake Sturgeon Hotline. As of 8:26 on Saturday, February 3rd, 4 sturgeon have been harvested. Please continue to call back for updates.
Nothing had passed through the hole here in Matt's shack, and around 10:25, we heard the DNR's cannons being fired to end the season.
Well, there it goes, folks. There's the cannon. Season's over, and we didn't see a thing. So, but it was cool. It was a lot of fun. There goes another cannon. I think everybody knows now. But, well, hopefully next year we'll give it another shot.
All right.
End of sturgeon spearing, 2018, Shivery.
What time is it? Not even 10:30, so a little longer than normal.
We heard that there was a 100-pounder, 99.7-pound sturgeon taken less than 100 yards from us. So we're going to go give it, see if we can take a look at it.
Anglers wasted no time packing up and dragging their spearing shanties off the ice. Here at the DNR check station, biologists are on hand to document the stats of each sturgeon, and everyone else is here to see these fish up close and join in the annual celebration.
So did you spear it?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your name?
My name's Fish Gutskansky.
All right.
You can call me Dennis.
Dennis. What time did you get it?
20 to 9.
Oh, one of the first ones.
Yeah, we saw a bigger one than this earlier outside the hole, but nothing we could do about it.
Ooh. So it's your first sturgeon?
I think it's my 17th.
17th
Yeah.
sturgeon. So
I grew up on this lake.
You know what you're doing.
50 years I've been fishing these fish.
Congratulations. Did you get measurements on this one?
Yep, that's 67 inches long and 73 and a half pounds.
Nice job.
It's a nice fish, Jenny.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nice fish.
You were in there with him?
Here's to Michigan out of doors.
Woohoo! All right, let's get
What'd
you see? What do you know?
Nothing. I really traveled around with Gil today, and then helped out the crew from CMU, and it was probably more exciting than sitting in a shack when you don't see anything. But it's just great. You know what it's like, Jenny. It's just great to be here, isn't it? Good folks right down to their shoes. They're just great folks.
One of those good folks was Greg Tucker, whose 65-inch sturgeon was attracting attention from young and old alike. As Greg waited his turn for his fish to be inspected by the DNR, he posed for pictures with spectators.
What's your name?
Greg Tucker.
Greg Tucker?
Yeah.
Where you from?
Onaway, Michigan.
Onaway, nice.
Yep.
First sturgeon?
First sturgeon.
All right, did you get any stats on it yet?
No, I have 65 inches long, but no weight on it yet.
All right, so what time did you get it?
It was about 10 minutes before they blew the horn, but fought them, and pulled it right out, and then called it in. They blew the horn, so.
Nice, so you might have been the last one?
Might have been the last one. I guess I got 2 right at the end, but this, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, so this was tagged 3 times.
Right.
Very cool. So you'll get some info off of that?
Right, yeah, we'll talk to the guys at the hatchery.
Nice.
We keep an updated tally of how many fish are harvested, and once we get that last fish, we let everybody in the ice know, our personnel, We've got cannons that go off and air horns and sirens to try to make sure we shut it down as soon as we can. Because sometimes those fish come 1, 2, 3. They come really quickly. If they start moving, folks start seeing them. So we need to try to shut it down as soon as we can.
When setting the annual sturgeon quota here on Black Lake, the DNR allows room for error. They do a great job notifying everyone that the season is over, but sometimes an extra fish will be speared in the process of relaying information across the lake. It happened this year as Greg's fish ended up being number 7 for the season. John Stiles and Bill Waldy were a couple of successful anglers who had the hot spearing shack this year.
So these fish came out of the same shack?
Same shack.
How long apart from each other?
20 minutes, I think.
Whoa. So tell me your name.
John Stiles.
Where are you from?
Onaway.
Onaway. And?
Bill Waldy. Onaway.
Okay. So you got yours first?
Yep, I got mine. Come to register. Up here registering. They said that there was another one killed down there. Go down there, and that was my stepdad. So.
And then what happened in that shanty?
Then my son-in-law, he missed one too.
Oh my goodness. So
and that would be Kevin Peters.
All right. And so nothing, you guys aren't doing any secret special, anything? Jigging or chumming or?
Just watching.
Wow. What decoys do you have down?
White decoy.
Okay.
Yep.
So it happens fast, huh?
Happens real fast. Wow.
Have you speared one before?
About 4 years ago.
Okay.
That's my
Very
first
cool.
one.
And it wouldn't be sturgeon season if we didn't check in with Brenda Archambo.
Black Lake Sturgeon Chivalry, and the sturgeon season for 2018 is done. We've got 7 fish. It took 2.5 hours. There were 426 people out fishing. This is Legacy back here. They've been at this this is probably 4 generation of definitely sturgeon fishermen. Cool decoy. It's a lot of fun. There's a good vibe going on. It's a beautiful day.
By the time we got to the check station, we had missed Travis Merchant and his big 99.7-pound sturgeon. But as luck would have it, we were grabbing lunch at the bar and grill around the corner, and Travis and his fish showed up to celebrate.
Yep.
Anything special you were doing or using?
Nope, just came in right along the bottom.
Very cool for a sturgeon?
Yep.
Sweet. All right, congrats.
Thanks.
Congratulations to Travis and all who participated in this year's sturgeon spearing season on Black Lake. The lake sturgeon population here is a huge success story. Much of the credit for our current healthy population is attributed to the collaboration of Black Lake Chapter of Sturgeon for Tomorrow, along with the DNR and many local sportsmen and women who've devoted their time to improving habitat, stopping illegal poaching of sturgeon, growing our population, and celebrating these prehistoric wonders right here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Hey, I'm Jordan Brown, and for our next segment on this week's show, I was over in the town of Memphis, Michigan, tagging along with a group of hunters on a local rabbit hunt for a good cause.
Well, we're up in Emmett, Michigan right now. We're getting ready for the rabbit roundup. Got my brother and one of my best friends out here and my nephews, and we're at my aunt's place up here. I think we're gonna have a lot of good luck out here. There's a lot of good thick brush to go through, and we got about 60 some odd acres out here, and I think it's gonna be all right. And this will be the first push, and then we're gonna head off to Armada and try our luck out there. It's a little warm out there today, a little overcast, which I'm not overly concerned about that. That's all right. A little breezy. I'm hoping that dies down. We did manage to dodge the rain that was forecasted, but a little bit more snow would have been all right. But for what we got, I think we'll do all right. So we just got some full belly at breakfast and looking to get her done.
Nope.
Yeah, heading down the tracks. He didn't seem too much of in a hurry.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about me.
Let's tell what happened there.
Yeah, well, she come flying out of there, and evidently she jammed or something. I couldn't get it fired, and the time I fired, it was about 2 foot in front of me. And she kept on going.
Well, that does look like a pretty good gnarly spot. There's a tight pattern over here, you know.
I think so.
Well, the day started with a swing and a miss, but it didn't take us long to get on the board. Today was all about spending time in the outdoors with friends and family, something Ray has missed over the last several months while he was deployed overseas.
I'm definitely an avid outdoorsman, and been in the military for about 22 years now, and had a deployment come up that kind of missed all of the fall hunting season and about everything that I get into. Just got back this week from the Middle East for a 6-month tour out there, and it's great to be home, spend time with family again. I've got a little 4-year-old daughter and wife at home that just, you know, missed them to pieces, and just able to come back and spend some time with family, and then to get out in the outdoors here and doing something that I love, you know, spending time with other family and friends. It's just, it's an indescribable feeling that you just have to experience to know the joy of it, and it's awesome. It's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, not bad. Squeeze out a little 30-foot piece of weeds there. Kicked right out. Not too bad. It's one for the bag.
Yeah.
Can you hold this for a sec?
Sure. After a little bit of a slow start, things were picking up. There were plenty of rabbits around, but getting a good clean shot seemed to be pretty difficult.
Well, that's just it. I don't want to.
I mean, if you push him left, you'd think we would get him.
Yeah, Ray, if you push him out, I got it pretty clear.
All right, you ready then?
Yep.
Yeah, we started out in Emmett this morning after breakfast, about 8:30. We saw about 7 rabbits. We're sitting really tight today. We only ended up with a couple out of the first area. Came out to my sister's in Armada here, and doing pretty good so far. I think we bagged 3 in about 20 minutes, and had a couple get away from us. We still got about another 5 acres to hit, and hopefully we'll finish up with some limits. I know they're out here.
Well, what happened there?
Well, they were pushing that way, and she come across, and she stopped probably about 10 yards in front of me. I put the bead on it, and then she started leaving, and I shot, and I think I hit the hind because she kind of went down a little, and then she started taking off. And oh no, gave her a second one. We got her a second one for sure. That's 2 for me. Like this GoPro must work.
This rabbit roundup here, the teams consist of 2-man teams, and that's adults. You can hunt with dogs or not. You can also hunt with youth hunters that you can hunt with that they don't necessarily count on your team as team members, but they can hunt with you. And it just adds a little more fun to it, gets a little more participation, and it's a great way to do it. The rabbit roundup itself was started by John Francis. His boys were in the high school baseball athletic program up in Memphis, and they were kind of looking for a way to, get some money, some support for the athletic program up there, and they came up with the idea of doing a rabbit roundup, and I know it's been going on for, I want to say, about 7 years, give or take. I've only been taking part of it the last 4 years. My brother invited me out, and I was hooked. I mean, it was my first rabbit roundup. It was for a great cause, doing something that we love. It's just a lot of family and friends and community coming together and just supporting this program. It's just a great event, and you have different small and local businesses and some companies coming together and providing some products, and it's just a really great time.
It's always refreshing to see sportsmen and women going above and beyond to support the local community. Special thanks to Ray and the rest of the crew for letting me tag along on a fun day of rabbit hunting here in Memphis, Michigan.
Well, many of you out there remember Fred and Greg Abbas. They had an outdoor television show called A-Way Outdoors for years. I recently caught up with Greg to find out what they've been up to recently.
He just stepped out into the field here. He's working this way.
He ain't going nowhere.
Oh, good hit.
For years, Greg and his father Fred have hunted the world, and their trophy room shows off some of their adventures. It has been quite a journey for this father-son team.
Our company started with one little push-button turkey call back in the late 1980s. But our company really blew up when my father invented the Bowgrunner Plus, the deer call that fits on your body. Of course, back then it started fitting on the bow. That was the original one. But one thing led to another. Timing was great. Our product line expanded, and we got known here in Michigan, and we decided, you know, I think I could quit my regular job and dive into this full time. So about 1991 I did. And the Lord blessed us there and prospered us, and I've been in the outdoor world ever since.
You will see both Greg and Fred at a lot of the big outdoor shows selling some of the products that they have created. They stopped doing the TV show a few years back, but have a new venture that some of you, well, you may just be interested in learning more about.
We recently sold off our dual grunter patent and our scent web patent. And we're very pleased with those deals. We sold them to great companies, good people. But I'm really into invention consulting now, helping people in the outdoor world bring their inventions to the manufacturers or help them realize their dream and bring their product to the market. It's not as easy as just coming up with a great invention and saying, hey, look what I've got here, and it sells. It takes so much more. The landscape has really changed. You've got corporate America coming into this industry now, and they're buying up all the big hunting companies. And it's making it difficult on the little guy, because when they go into a big box store and say, we own all these brands, we could fill every category in your store, one-stop shopping, that's very appealing to a big chain store. Where the little guy has one item, very difficult. I help inventors work deals with these companies, and I'm very good at it. We've had the we've been fortunate in that we've met a lot of these outdoor folks a long time ago. We became friends with them, and now they're product managers. They're now the presidents of these companies. So I kind of have a good lead into these companies. So 1000%, my inventors are going to get a good look from these companies whose door I knock on.
From TV personalities to product inventors and now helping others find their niche in the outdoor world, the Abbas family has been and continues to be an important part of the outdoors here in our great state.
Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Make sure you check us out online next time you get a chance. There's a few different ways you can do that. Our website is michiganoutofdoorstv.com, or you can check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all over the place, letting you know where we are and where we're headed next this winter. If you're looking for something fun to do this winter and also impact a good cause, you can check out the Southeast Michigan Bowhunters chapter of Safari Club. They're having their annual fundraiser banquet. It's
That's on Saturday, March 24th. Lots of great prizes to win there and always good food. I will be there as well, helping out that night on Saturday, March 24th. If you'd like more information, you can go to scibowhunters.org to check that out. We've got lots of fun in store for you this winter heading into spring.
Well, that's right, Jenny. Lots of good stuff coming over the next few weeks here in Michigan Out of Doors, and just something to kind of mark on your calendars. On March the 1st, we're going to have Big Buck Night down in Novi at Outdoorama. That is always a lot of fun. And then 2 weeks later, on March the 15th, we will have Big Buck Night West over in Grand Rapids at the Ultimate Sports Show. So mark your calendars. Hopefully we'll see you there. And if we don't see you in the woods or on the water, hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By the Michigan Fly Fishing Club, presenting this year's 2018 Midwest Fly Fishing Expo. The expo is coming to Metro Detroit on March 10th and 11th at the Sports and Expo Center at Macomb Community College. For information and details, MidwestFlyFishingExpo.com. By the Michigan Wildlife Council, entrusted with educating the public on how wildlife in Michigan's outdoors are managed and funded for the use and enjoyment of future generations. Learn how Michigan manages wildlife at hereformioutdoors.org. By Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises of Munising, exploring Lake Superior's Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. With its sandstone cliffs, caves, waterfalls, and lighthouses, Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises on the web at picturedrocks.com. Closed captioning provided by Marvo Mineral, makers of Lucky Buck, deer management products including minerals to supplement deer diets year-round to improve health and antler growth.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons paint the scene like rainbow trout in a hidden stream. The white-tailed deer in the tall pine trees. I am